Hello, everyone. Welcome to my presentation. I'm Mariam Rostanpour, PhD candidate at Stony Brook University, and also I am a Internet Society NDSS Fellows. Today I will be presenting our work, which is leakless selective data protection against memory leakage attacks for serverless platforms.
This one?
Oh, okay, thank you. Serverless computing platform is also known function as a service. So this function as a service platforms allows developers to run their code and without worrying and managing underlying infrastructure. So unlike the function infrastructure as a service and also platform as a service, in function as a service, developers can focus only on writing and executing their code instead of worrying about the handling and managing all the infrastructure. So it also provides on-demand scalability and efficient resource allocation. So it helps developers to run their event-driven applications. But the problem is that because function as a service platforms maximize the sharing of the infrastructure, especially in multi-tenant situation, it introduces security challenges. To isolate different functions, especially in multi-tenant environment, traditionally some platforms such as AWS Lambda utilizes virtualization, and some platforms such as Google utilizes containers. But currently, some platforms such as Fastly, Cloudflare Workers utilizes language-based isolation and sandboxing to isolate different functions within a single process. So it is very efficient, definitely, but the problem is that it makes more feasible the cross-tenant information leakage attack. So there are two threats that lead to memory leakage attack in this environment. The first is bugs in the language runtime, and the other is transient execution attacks. Because in this environment, the language runtime is responsible for isolating the function using the safety feature of the language, such as WebAssembly or JavaScript runtime. So if there is a bug within this environment, the attacker can leak sensitive data from the memory. So as you can see that out-of-bounds memory access vulnerability, which you have before seen in V8 runtime or even WASM runtime, lead to information leakage in this environment. And the other is transient execution attacks. Transient execution attack exploit a speculative execution of CPUs, such as a different variant of Spectre attacks. Transient execution attack bypass memory safety, out-of-bounds checking, and also enforce data flow, so make this environment vulnerable to transient execution attacks. And the main problem is that efficient defense remains a significant challenge in this environment. The other aspect of serverless platform is that they are stateless, so they need to contain sensitive data, to make authorization requests with external services, such as API access key, database, connection steering, and so forth. Or even they process or handle sensitive data. So when a user calls a serverless function, may send his information, such as password, credit card information, to the serverless function. So the combination of the information leakage attack and combine the process of sensitive data creates significant security challenges in this environment. There are some approaches to make this environment safer. Some of them want to ensure memory safety. They're utilizing binary verification or verified compilers to protect, to ensure memory safety features, but the problem in this environment that they only protect against memory leakage attacks. But The other approach is protecting against transit execution attacks. There are some approach that utilizes compiler level or even utilizing detection approach, anomaly detection approach to detect suspicious and malicious function and isolate it into a different process. But the problem is that they sometimes impose high performance overhead, or sometimes they are not sound. And the other things is that they only protect against intra-process information leakage attacks. What if we have an approach that protects against both, as Leakless does? So we design Leakless with 3 goals in our mind. The first goal is that instead of trying different approaches that prevent information leakage attack, Leakless introduce a future-proof protection approach that always protects sensitive data, and if the sensitive data is leaked, that would be encrypted. So the attacker cannot decrypt it and leak clear version of sensitive data. Leakless achieved this goal with utilizing the encryption memory, and the other things is IO brokering. It also should easily integrate with current serverless application functions. So we only need the developer to annotate sensitive data, whether in the source code or in the configuration file of a serverless function. It also should impose very low overhead. So instead of protecting all data, we only protect sensitive data. In our threat model, attacker may be a legitimate user of, can be a legitimate user of a serverless platforms, can upload any type of function within the serverless platform. This function will be executed along with the other functions. So a malicious attacker can utilize any type of sensitive information leakage attack to steal sensitive data. He also can utilize cross-process transit execution attacks, but the attacker cannot execute any arbitrary code. Serverless runtime process is responsible for running different functions within a single process. So a serverless function may contain sensitive data, and a malicious actor can steal this information from the memory. So Leakless protects sensitive data by keeping them encrypted in the memory. But for decryption, we cannot store the encryption key, the cryptographic key, within the serverless runtime process, because the attacker can utilize any type of information leakage attack to steal this cryptographic key. So Leakless utilizes a trusted module, which is a IO module that should be run as a separate process. Because the communication between the serverless runtime and the IO process is implemented through a network socket, so this IO process can be run within the on the same host or different hosts with the serverless runtime to protect against cross-process information leakage attacks. So when we want to protect only intra-process information leakage attack, we can run IO process on the same host, but when we want to protect against cross-process, we can run it on the separate machine. So if a request, because the serverless functions are stateless, they often communicate with external services to maintain their, to keep their and update their state. So they often make authorization requests with external services. So as you can see that if a function wants to make authorization requests with external services, it may contain API token. So the IO process intercepts the request, decrypts sensitive data before forwarding it to the backend server. And also, end user or the user may send requests contain sensitive data such as password. So the IO process encrypts the sensitive data before forwarding it to the serverless runtime. As I mentioned, we only utilize simple data annotation that should developer help our system to protect sensitive data. So as you can see that the first line determines that this is a code snippet for a serverless function. So the first line determines that the variable after that contains sensitive data. So our compiler, when compile this code, encrypts, encodes, and marshal this encrypted data. So when the function contains this code is executed, this request is generated and received by the I/O process. As you can see that the variable is encrypted, encoded, and prefix and marshaled with leakless prefix. But in practice, this prefix should be very long and randomly generated, and we utilize prefix and suffix in practice. We analyze our approach with over than 1,000 serverless applications extracted from GitHub repository. We show that 42% of this application contains at least one sensitive data. Leakless fully support 91% of these applications. But because our I/O module right now support encryption, decryption, and also some sort of cryptographic operations such as JWT signing, JW verification, request signing, we couldn't support the rest of this application. We also extract the type of sensitive object within the serverless function. We extracted near 1,000 sensitive data objects. 94% of them can be supported by the leakless. For 66% are only immutable data, such as API token that can easily protected by our approach, and for 26% can be supported by outsourcing the certain mutable operation to the I/O process. We also performed performance evaluation. We evaluated with 60 widely used serverless applications. Each application represents a different type of sensitive data objects, and also the operation may be signing, encryption, decryption. We show that our system, we measure also the performance overhead when the I/O module runs on the same host or in the different hosts. So in the worst case, we decrease the leakless decrease the throughput up to 8.5%. So I presented leakless, which is efficient, scalable, and future-proof data protection for serverless computing. It protects secret in the serverless platform against any type of information leakage attacks. It utilizes in-memory encryption and I/O brokering to protect sensitive data. It can easily integrate with simple annotation with current applications, so with a slight overhead. And this is the source code, so you can run the code. And thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for the great talk. Let me just move over here. Are there any questions from the audience? If so, please move to the microphone. I have one question. You said it protects against user space meltdown type attacks. There are some meltdown type attacks that also leak from registers. And there the question is, I have to at some point decrypt this into the registers. These attacks would still work, right?
The attacks cannot work because if the encryption performed on the same process, encryption. So because okay, let me explain this as well. Before any serverless runtime is listening for new requests, we perform encryption. We support right now two types of encryption, during compilation and during the initialization of the function. Because we support during the compilation, decrypted the clear text of sensitive data never exposed to the memory of serverless runtime, but sometimes when we we encrypt sensitive data during initialization before the function is ready to be called, we remove the secret data, the cryptographic key, the clear version of the secret data from the memory, and evicted it from cache and register. So because there is always keeping encrypted in the memory, so there is no way to.
All right, thank you. I don't see any other questions at this point. If you want to follow up, just reach out to Mariam after this session. And let's thank her again for the great talk.
Thank you.